Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here with Christoph Winterhalter, Chief Business Officer, AGC Biologics. And to start our conversation, what are the biggest challenges you see in the pharma outsourcing industry today, and how is AGC Biologics working to address them?
Yeah, so mode is, I think, the only constant element on this globe is the change all the time, right? So we had the pandemic, which was, of course, affecting the whole globe, but it was also affecting especially the pharmaceutical industry in all angles. Then after pandemic, we had very high interest rates, so the venture capital dropped significantly, affecting early fundings of biotech companies. Then we have now other geopolitical challenges like the Biosecure Act being discussed, like tariffs coming up. There's discussions about capping pharmaceutical drug prices ultimately. So these things are, I think, a constant theme and will stay in this market. And therefore, I think AGC Biologics as a service provider, as a CDMO, needs always to be prepared to really mitigate and tackle those disadvantages coming up almost overnight for our customers and our prospects. And we are set up with like 8 sites globally. So we have like 3 sites in the US. We have 3 sites in Europe, and we have 2 sites in Japan. So if things are coming up, like you're no longer able to produce in China, then we can accommodate you on those sites. If tariffs are coming up, then we can offer manufacturing and development capabilities also in the United States. We have a Seattle site. We have a site also in Boulder and one in Longmont in Colorado. So we can always mitigate these, I would say, unexpected challenges with our global network, our global footprint. We can offer the services on all continents. So we have microbial, mammalian, plasmid DNA, mRNA, drug substance services, really across the globe, and can shift customers according to their needs, according to the challenges in the market, from one side to the other, and with a like-for-like transfer, and then can ultimately really, give them the best supply options, the most cost-effective supply options, then globally supplying the regions, having supply security, but also then mitigating challenges like tariffs and kind of Biosecure Act challenges.
Yeah. There are more technical innovation in drug development outside of the standard antibody today than ever before, particularly with complex molecules. What advice do you have for developers working with these types of candidates?
Yeah, AGC Biologics was never really a pure antibody shop, right? So we had always all formats in our portfolio. We had like a 30 years history in most of our sites. We do mammalian, microbial, and other platforms, and especially also on the mammalian side, where the new formats are now coming up, like bispecifics, trispecifics, T-cell engagers. We are well set up and well prepared already, because we always took also the difficult molecules historically. So we did all the blood factors, we did the growth factors, we did also fusion proteins and all T-cell engagers and so on. So we are very well prepared on the challenges, like in the downstream side of the things, to get the process, the highest titers, the highest yields, and the best cost of goods, even in this especially challenging and new modalities we see upcoming now.
And collaboration is a big theme in the outsourcing space, and everybody claims that they are offering a true partnership. In your eyes, what makes a good relationship between a drug sponsor and a supplier, and what is AGC Biologics focused on in this area?
Yeah, we already launched a new tagline. So we got a new CEO in November, and then we also repositioned a bit the image of the company in the direction of your friendly CDMO expert. That is our new tagline. And that tagline really combines the essence of what we want to be. So first of all, everyone looks for an expert, right? So this is the entrance ticket to be, I would say, a reputable CDMO. Everyone is looking for experts. People were maybe in the past really flying across the globe and trying to find the best expert for their modality, for their molecule. In the meantime, you see more experts coming up, but then of course it's important to have this "your" in the beginning. So we have very, I would say, strong partnerships with our customers. We work side by side. We have a very transparent working relationship. The last edition was really this friendly CDMO expert to the tagline, which also resonates quite nicely in the market. So we were even surprised about the feedback we get sometimes really from customers and prospects, why we call us friendly CDMO expert. And there seems to be really a big need to in the CDMO space to find experts which are really easy to work with, working side by side, forming a nice team across the companies, the customer's company and the CDMO, and really bringing the things forward in a, I would say, joint effort all the way to IND and finally market. And that is really resonating quite nicely in the market.
The true holy grail in this industry is short timelines and getting treatments to patients as fast as possible. How is AGC Biologics evolving to stay ahead of where the biopharma industry is heading, especially when it comes to supporting innovation and accelerating pipelines?
Yeah, I think to really be fast is still one of the essence of all patented molecules, right? You have a certain patent lifetime. You want to be fast to the market to leverage the utmost out of your patent lifetime. So therefore, the CDMO is really adding a lot of value by cutting these timelines as short as possible. And I think the major tools we are using is, first of all, is platform technology. So we offer in all modalities, in mammalian, microbial, mRNA, plasmid DNA, and so forth. We are offering platform approaches. That means you have really robust systems. You don't need to start from scratch because you have failures. It's very robust. It's very pre-designed. There's no customization around it. You don't reinvent the wheel. And it's also coming to the customer for a much nicer budget because it's also already pre-designed and preset. That gives you really an acceleration to IND and finally also to market to really utilize our established platforms. The second option we are offering, of course, and we have seen a very successful cooperation on, is really strategic partnerships, especially with larger pharma companies. Then you have already a preset master service agreement, you have a quality agreement in place, and then you have a forecasting mechanism already knowing when the new molecule is coming, when the new project is coming. And by that, you can really jumpstart these programs already very fast. Immediately after signature, you have to kick off and you go straight on the path to GMP. And that can be also shortened again by combining that with the platforms I mentioned before. Then you can really have synergies with robust platforms and I would say foreseeable molecules coming on board. And that combination is really powerful. Last but not least, I think right first time is also very important. Everything which I think is really forcing you go to all the way back to square one is really then the biggest loss of time. So I think robust platforms, expertise in what you're doing with 25 plus years of experience and 25 commercial products are, I think, the essence also to have the highest success rates.
And finally, tell us what AGC Biologics is focused on in 2025 and beyond.
We're still very committed to this market. I think the market is still growing. There we see some hiccups, of course, like I mentioned before. Also, the funding is maybe not as strong as it has been, but we definitely believe in the biopharmaceutical innovation. We see a lot of growth that we still believe the market is continuing to grow with 10-15%. And on top of that, we also think that outsourcing is even becoming more predominant in the pharmaceutical sector, like it's already happening in automotive and other sectors. And with that, I think the CDMO space is a very lucrative space, and we are still committed to that via new investments. We have recently opened up a 200 million investment in 8 2,000-liter bioreactors in Copenhagen site with 2 downstream lines, ramping it up, and already the first batches are already released from that. And we will also open up in 2027 a 350 million investment in Yokohama, Japan, showcasing 4 times 2,000 liter in mammalian, 2 times 5,000 liter, really dedicated to commercial production. And then on top of that, also for potential pandemic preparedness is another project, also mRNA lines, and last but not least, also cell therapy suite. So we have also a big mothership in Japan with the AGC Inc. And we are really there really to last and really for the long run. And we are definitely committed for the next 10 years in this growing market.
Excellent. Well, it's been great to hear from you. I believe that we are out of time, but if anybody would like to ask you any questions off stage, would that be okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.